And it's my honor and my joy to introduce two students who 3 weeks ago were high school students and today are national activists for justice, ending gun violence, and saving lives. Put your hands together for Ryan Deitch and Danielle Tylim. Woo! That's right, that's right. Love you, brother. Thank you for coming. Love you, sister. Thank you for coming.
Hi, I'm Danielle Tylim. I'm a junior at Marjory Stoneman Douglas, and I'm really honored to be here, and I'm so happy to be here to share my story. To start off, I just want to say, I don't know if you've seen in the media, but many of our classmates who are speaking out have been called crisis actors. If you don't know what that means, it's people think that actors go when crisis happens and talks. And I just want to say, I have never taken an acting class or a drama class. I have never taken a public speaking class, and this is actually my first time ever speaking in front of a crowd. A little nervous, but you guys, I've met some of you and you guys are really nice, so I'm not able to just blurt things out of my mind, so I wrote something, so if you'd allow me, I would love to read it to you guys. I was born and raised in Parkland, Florida, and prior to 3 weeks ago, if you would have asked me where Parkland is, I would have told you. It's a small town north of Miami, and now we're north of Miami. Now, everyone knows where Parkland is. Sadly, like Columbine, Aurora, and Newtown, Parkland is now known worldwide as the town of the latest mass school shooting in America. Unfortunately, my family is no stranger to mass shootings. In August of 1999, my two older brothers, who are proud Douglas High alumni, were attending a summer camp at the Jewish Community Center in Granada Hills, California, where a white supremacist entered the lobby of the main building and shot 70 rounds of ammunition with a semi-automatic rifle, injuring 3 children, 1 counselor, and 1 adult. My brother Jordan, who was 3.5 years old at the time, was in a classroom, a few feet from where the bullets were flying. My oldest brother Max, who was 9, was outside at the time and was evacuated. Today, they still feel the emotional effects of that experience. On the morning of February 14th, 2018, Valentine's Day, my biggest concern was getting pancakes from IHOP for my boyfriend so he could have them for school at lunch. I was able to deliver those pancakes by lunchtime, and I think it made him very happy. 2 hours later, my biggest worry was if he was alive and safe. My last class that day was in the 1200 building where the shooting at Marjory Stoneman Douglas took place. 20 minutes into the class, as fate would have it, I left my math class to go to the resource room on the other side of school to make up a math exam. After finishing my test, I was about to walk back to my math class at the 1200 building when I heard gunshots, saw people running, and ran for my life. I feel very fortunate that I made it out of my school to safety at a nearby Walmart. The crazy thing is, we found out later that the shooter escaped by running out of the school with all of us running for our lives. He was right there among us and we didn't even know. That image haunts me, has been haunting my mind. People are always asking how we feel, how we are doing, and how we are coping. I myself continue to experience all sorts of emotions: anger, sadness, anxiety, despair, and sometimes guilt for surviving. The murder of 17 angels at our school is a tragedy beyond words. Some of the kids were my classmates. Now they are only empty desks and a tremendous sense of loss that feels like a hole in my heart. I cannot stop thinking about how their lives were cut so short. The injustice of it keeps me awake at night and leaves an ever-present weight of sorrow on my chest. What happened is so senseless and unfair. Our classmate Anthony is still in the hospital, and I just want to say, please keep sending your prayers to his family. He's in intensive care. He now has an infection. He has an infection in his intestines where he got shot, so he backtracked and he's in the ICU. So please keep your prayers up for him. This tragedy has impacted not only students, their families, the communities of Parkland and Coral Springs, but well beyond Broward County, Florida, and is affecting the entire nation. It has once more awakened the effort to bring awareness of the ongoing need for action to protect our loved ones, no matter where we may be, in school, at the movies, at a park, at a nightclub, or in a church. Believe me, you never think it will happen until it does. I've been asked what I think needs to be done, or what kind of action needs to happen. The 4 words that keep popping into my mind is common sense gun laws. You know, adults are always preaching to us kids about using common sense when you're out in the world, using common sense when you're driving, or use common sense with alcohol. All I can say, where is the common sense in gun laws? Where are the laws that prevent a 19-year-old with a known history of threatening behaviors from obtaining a weapon that can cause mass casualties? What do I think needs to happen? I think the legislators in this country who have the power to change the laws need to listen to reason and find some common ground where everyone feels safe and protected, not just the people with guns. We need to work on keeping all communities safe. Everyone has a role in this effort, from students, individuals, communities, to legislators. I do feel hopeful that there is a change coming. This time is different. You all here today are a great example of community taking action by having the conversation and participating in the March for Our Lives on March 24th, not 14th. Please be there. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm so looking forward to seeing what happens and with your help. And there's marches in pretty much every state. So if you look it up, it's all over social media, and you all can help. You are helping by being here. So thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.